Good day to Professor Don Jerome. We are Group A presenting on main company Gamuda Berhad with comparator Sunway Constructions. So on the overview of the company, Gamuda is established in 1976, headquartered in Selangor. Their core business, engineering and construction, property development, infrastructure, concessions. Then they are market leader in infrastructure and tunneling project such as Smart Tunnel, MRT project. They also strong presence in Malaysia, expanding regionally. Rationale for this selection, they are one of most Malaysia's largest and diversified construction companies. They have proven track record in mega infrastructure project. They are actively engaged in digital, innovative, BIM automation, IoT in construction. They also strong commitment to sustainability and ESG. Comparators chosen Sunway Construction Group Berhad for industry benchmark. Their current vision and vision to be the nation leading infrastructure and property developer, and the mission to deliver innovative solution with quality, sustainability, and stakeholder value. In terms of evaluation of vision and mission, their clarity statement are straightforward and easy to understand. Relevance aligned with core business but limited mention of digital transformation. Alignment with industry trends, growing focus on ESG and sustainability, but digital and global competitiveness could be stronger. Revised vision to be global leader in sustainable and digitally driven infrastructure and property development, creating long-term value for stakeholder. Their revised mission deliver innovative technology, enable solution in construction and property, commit to environmental sustainability and social responsibility, and enhance stakeholder trust through transparency and long-term value creation. On justification of changes, reflect digital transformation in construction industry, strong emphasis on sustainability and ESG goals, broad stakeholder value creation, not just customer but also employees, communities, and investor. Position Gamuda for regional and global competitiveness. Next, I shall pass to next presenter.
Gamuda's corporate strategy focuses on growth, diversification, and sustainability. The company has expanded into property, environmental solutions, digital construction, and renewable energy, which has invested about 7.1 billion over the next 5 years to strengthen these areas. Through the vertical integration, Gamuda controls every stage from design to operation, ensuring quality and efficiency. It's also expanding internationally now in 9 countries and has secured a major global projects like RM 4.3 billion rail contract in Taiwan. All these strategies are aligned with ESG principles, balancing profit with social responsibility and environmental care. Looking ahead, Gamuda's focus is on driving a green transition, especially in renewable energy and low carbon construction to meet global ESG standards. It also aims to lead in digital and smart infrastructure, adopting AI and BIM technologies to stay competitive. Balancing global growth with strong local supply chains will ensure resilience and sustainability. Currently, the property and infrastructure divisions acts as cash cows while IBS and renewable energy are still developing. The goal is to transform these emerging areas into star segments, achieving a long-term profitability and sustainable relationship.
So now let's look at business level strategies in Gamuda. So Gamuda focuses on innovation technology, so they use differentiation strategy. So they focus on digital transformation, which is using digital IBS and BIM. Next is let's look at Suncon, which uses cost leadership strategy, and they have vertical integration and diversification of their data. center. Let's look at recommendation to enhance the business. So first and foremost, Gamuda Berhad should broaden their differentiation strategy to target mid-tier projects instead of focusing on just high-tier projects. In this way, they can help diversify the order book and prevent it from being lumpy. Next, we can also have career elevation and cross-functional rotations within departments such as HR and marketing for employees to reduce employee turnover. There should also be an innovation-based reward system for employees so that they will feel motivated to work with Gamuda Berhad. The delivery unit should be in charge with upskilling the skills of digital that is needed by the employees. The project execution dashboard can use AI and IoT to view real-time the profit of the company as well as what is happening in the project. So now let's look at value chain. Okay, so the primary activities, okay, which is inbound logistic, operation, marketing, and sales. So Gamuda Berhad focuses on differentiation. So the inbound logistics is basically AI-driven supplier tracking and use of premium materials. And Suncon, since it's focused on cost leadership, so lower cost means bulk local sourcing. The operation is using in Gamuda Berhad uses BEAM, digital IBS, and AI automation. In Suncon, it uses lean and standardized construction. So Gamuda Berhad marketing and sales uses premium brand and ECG-driven marketing such as paperless and as well as green technology. But Suncon is more cost-focused and use domestic marketing. The service is maintenance or long-term concession in Gamuda Berhad, and Suncon is project-based and it has limited after-sales. Next, let's look at technology. So Gamuda Berhad uses Gen AI, digital twin R&D, investment, and Suncon uses cost efficiency tools only. As for Human Resource Department, Gamuda Berhad focuses on continuous upskilling in their delivery unit for the digital technology, but Suncon focuses more on safety and efficiency training. So the infrastructure of Gamuda Berhad is using diversified international operation, and for Suncon, it focuses on domestic project concentration. Thank you.
Moving on to Gamuda's internal and external strategic analysis, the SWOT analysis highlights the company's strong workforce over 6,000 employees and a solid revenue growth of 19.66% in 2025. However, it faces challenges such as high debt levels and reduced profit margins due to expensive raw materials. On the opportunity side, the digital transformation of the construction industry and Malaysia's 6% growth rate present strong prospects. The main threats include labor supply constraints and inflationary pressures caused by global supply chain issues. To act on this analysis, Gamuda can capitalize on its strengths by using its strong workforce and revenues to expand in digital and green infrastructure. To address weakness, the company should consider asset recycling and partnerships to reduce debt while using digital supply chains for cost stability. To seize opportunity, Gamuda can invest further in BIM, prefabrication, and automation, helping reduce reliances on foreign labor. Finally, through benchmarking, we see that Sunway's rapid 132% revenue growth in 2025 highlights the urgency for Gamuda to accelerate its own technology adoption and diversification strategy.
This section looks at the competitive dynamics shaping Gamuda's industry. The threat of the new entrants remains moderate due to heavy capital and regulatory barriers. Supplier power is high because only a few trusted suppliers exist, which impacts the raw material costs. Buyer power is moderate since the government and private tenders are competitive and price sensitive. The threat of substitute is low because few alternatives exist for large-scale infrastructure and tunneling. Lastly, the rivalry among competitors is intense, especially with players like Sunway and IGM. To stay ahead, Gamuda must focus on cost efficiency, technology adoption, and ESG compliance. The industry and economic forces have a direct influence on Gamuda's future strategy. The combination of strong competition and supplier dominance requires Gamuda to innovate and manage costs effectively. With Malaysia's effective industry and economic forces have a direct influence on Gamuda's future strategy. The combination of strong competition and supplier dominance requires Gamuda to innovate and manage costs effectively. With Malaysia's economy and construction sector both growing, there's room for expansion, but inflation and high material prices remain challenged. Gamuda needs to refine its pricing and diversification strategies to remain profitable. Moreover, the tightening regulations around labor safety and sustainability means that the company must continue investing in automation, training, and ESG practice to stay compliant and competitive. Lastly, the macro environmental trends present both challenges and opportunities for Gamuda. Politically, Malaysia's stable tax structure supports consistent operation. Economically, with GDP and construction growth, Gamuda can tap into expanding markets. Socially, the demand for sustainable green buildings continues to rise. Technological advancement in BIM and modular construction opens for new possibilities for efficiency. Legally and environmentally, maintaining compliance with labor and waste management laws strengthens Gamuda's ESG standing. Strategically, Gamuda's focus should remain on global growth, balanced pricing, and continuous innovation to ensure a long-term success.
Okay, next let's focus on the strategic leadership and implementation. So, transformational leadership is implemented, which drives innovation and digitalization and sustainability of the company. So basically, when you have transformational leadership, you will build employee loyalty through the teamwork. And next, there is also implementation of adaptive leadership, which is where they handle Gamuda Berhad can handle supply chain issues, cost fluctuations such as materials rising costs, as well as ECG changes in their regulations, making it stricter. So when there is adaptive leadership, the leaders have already adapted so the employees can be more fast-paced and efficient. So the combination of this transformational leadership and adaptive leadership strengthens Gamuda's resilience in local as well as international markets. Next, let's look at the impact of culture, change, and stakeholders. So in terms of culture, there's a promotion of culture of innovation, cooperation, as well as sustainability in the industry. So the culture supports adoption of BIM, AI, and green construction in Gamuda Berhad. So the adaptive leadership eases the change management as well as the digital transformation. And in terms of stakeholder trust, it is using transparent ECG practices as well as collaboration. So this is the implementation roadmap. So in short term, which is 1 to 3 years, BIM, AI, and ECG training should be done via Digital Construction Academy for the employees, for the staff, so they are more adopted to the digital transformation. The sustainability dashboard should be used to track carbon emission, safety, as well as profit that is made by Gamuda Berhad. In the midterm, which is 3 to 5 years, they should expand into Asian smart city and renewable energy projects such as solar and hydro projects. The target for the balance scorecard should be 10% debt reduction and 90% stakeholder satisfaction. 80% of the staff should be trained in digital tools so that there is a 20% fewer delays by the year 2027. Next, let's look at strategic recommendations. So we know that Gamuda's strength is basically global expansion, digital innovation in BIM and IBS, as well as workforce diversity. So the challenges here is high debt, profit margin pressure, as well as supply chain risk. So success depends on being green, digital, as well as globally competitive. So short term, which is 1 to 3 years, they should integrate AI, BIM, and IoT across all projects. This will boost efficiency as well as reduce delays significantly. Next, they should improve financial strength to asset recycling as well as having public and private partnership with other companies. They should enhance transparency using the annual reports with combined ESG financial reporting. This would build investor and regulator trust. Next, in the medium term, which is 3 to 5 years, they should invest in renewables, solar, hydro, as well as wind, which will cause a diversified income and lead to a green infrastructure. They should expand internationally using their mid-sized projects in Taiwan, Vietnam, Australia for stable returns. They should grow digital construction academy by training all employees in AI, BEAM, as well as the ECG skill. They should link staff performance reviews to innovation as well as sustainability results. So in conclusion, Gamuda is at a strategic turning point and they are ready to strengthen their competitiveness using digital transformation, renewable energy, and international growth. With this transformational and adaptive leadership, the company can build innovation, resilience, and sustainability. This balanced scorecard ensures progress tracking in finance, operation, and human capital. So if we are using McKinsey 7S framework, it integrates shared value system as well as skills for the consistent success. So they should focus on green high-tech infrastructure to position itself as a regional leader in sustainable construction and achieve long-term global success. Thank you.